let's talk about my boy, Mr. Carter. We cannot put sensible logic on that professional athletes, especially professional football players and hockey players, because they do things. Their primary goal in life is to run into another man. So I don't understand why he would spit on Dak Prescott, but I'm not a professional football player. I don't understand why you would want to spend the better part of your life running into another person, or the formative years of your life running into another person. But with that said, the story is Dak spit at him first. Dak smart enough not to spit on the man, just spit at him. Jalen said, nah, we go hard here. So if we're going to do it, we're going to do it. Spits back at him. Gets thrown out the game. Tough blow for Philly, but they survived. I just don't think it's as big of a deal. And I could be different, but you know Jalen's story. You know how he's wired. I really don't have that much of. I would have more of a problem if somebody let somebody spit on him and didn't do anything about it. Floor is yours.
And I think there was more to it. I got to be in that press conference where Dak was explaining what was going on and what have you. He's saying that Jalen Carter was going at the rookie right guard because there's always jawing. And I wish
I
they
heard
showed it more when they had the cameras. There's always jawing going on
you.
back
I
and
heard
forth
you.
between the offensive and defensive huddles, and when they're waiting around when the TV timeouts. And so while Ben Sumeren was getting his knee looked at, which ultimately was going to kick him out for the season now, there was some drawing going on. Carter was going at the right guard, the rookie right guard, Booker. Yeah, it happens all the time. Well, Dak said he heard it, and then he said, and this is what I love too. That I thought it was kind of funny. Dak said he has a spitting problem that he needs to stop a little more. He spits a lot more. He's not proud of it. I'm like, okay, that's a new one. That's a new okay. So he said he spit in the ground. We all saw the video now that's come out where he spits the ground and looks up and grins at him. And then we saw Jalen Carter going back at him, going, okay, that makes
Exactly.
sense. Like it's
Exactly.
the thing I know Carter said, hey, I know I have to I won't happen again. Everybody's gonna try to bait him now because he's got a rep. He got a rep
Yeah.
for he had a few unsportsmanlike conduct penalties last year or late unnecessary roughnesses, stuff like that, personal fouls last year because he'd do something real quick and like shove somebody on the outside. So I can do that. And
Yeah.
it helps to have that guy to have that attitude, seems this there. He needs to learn ways to do that without spitting and what have you on that. And now I don't think he gets suspended. Now, this is just me speculating. I don't think he gets suspended because in effect he didn't officially play a defensive snap at all. It was one play in, he didn't play that game, and we saw
So
the
he's officially
outcome.
suspended. Yeah.
He got a game check because he was actually dressed. I don't think they hit him as a first time offender for something like that. They may go 20 some $1,000 or whatever. So it's still gonna come out of his check. I think he gets fined if anything. I don't see him getting suspended because he missed the game. He didn't effectively play that game, and I think the NFL kind of wants to keep that rematch good because they know there's going to be good TV numbers, good broadcasting numbers. So yeah, and it gives them an opportunity to talk about it throughout the game while they got the camera focused on him. So overall, you do need bullies on that team. You need bullies on your defense. They lost it with C.J. Gardner Johnson. He just has to go about it smarter than that. You can't just do that. They're going to try to bait you. And I feel to say Dak is not without clause in this game, and that I thought his explanation was a little wouldn't hold up in court, put it that way.
It was vagina-ish. It was vagina type stuff. It's what it was, and it's what Dak is as a player, not as a man, but as a player. And the reason why I lead with that is because he let another man spit on him and didn't react. Like, I get everything everybody's saying. In life, we tell you this in therapy. In life, you have to have boundaries. And you have to stick to your boundaries because that defines your mental makeup, it defines who you are. And when you let people exceed those boundaries, you no longer have a definitive representation of who you are. In critical moments, that disappears. And when the things get Dak, and when he got spit on, what did he do? Jalen Carter, boundaries are set. He is, and you're right. Teams are going to go after him. Here's what you do. This is about leadership. And I'm not giving Nick Sirianni a lecture on leadership. What I will say is this: if I've got an associate, or I've got a player, I've got a teammate, I've got a coach that is volatile, it's easier for me to bring him down than to bring him up. But I'm not going to bring him down too much. What I'm going to do is go to everybody around him and say, this guy's like, I am going to be on the refs anytime somebody tries to bait him. So the refs are going to the baiter instead of the baited. So the refs will be watching the baiter. Oh, you both will get a penalty. You both offsetting penalties. Now they're not getting any advantage. And Jalen can continue to be who he is. You have to defend your guy publicly. You have to defend him on the field. Privately, you're going to say, look, you can't do this, man. You're killing me. But publicly, he can do no wrong. He's Jesus in cleats. Like, you have to ride for him.